Here again from the HannibalTV.com. Second wrestling related passing of the day. I will say wrestling related because Paul Reubens, aka Wee Herman, who a lot of us who grew up in the 80s grew up watching Pee-wee's Playhouse. He appeared on WWE numerous times as part of a WrestleMania 27. Did a skit with The Rock, was the host of a Raw. I believe he made a couple other appearances. He's passed away at 70 after battle with cancer. Of course, Pee-wee was really popular in the 80s. Then in 1991, back before the internet existed, I guess people used to jerk off in XXX theaters. And Pee-wee Herman made the mistake of going into a XXX theater in Sarasota, Florida, the home of the Macho Man, at least the built home of the Macho Man, where I guess police observed him jerking off twice, as well as other people in the theater. As I couldn't even imagine people doing this, but it's different times. I guess people would go to XXX theaters and jerk off, and he ended up with something like a $50 fine and 70-something hours of community service. But it ruined his career as a kid star. He's a huge kid star at the time. I remember my dad wouldn't allow me to watch the show, or reruns of the show anymore. My dad was a military guy. He's still alive. He works for the city of Ottawa still. Hardworking guy, but like in those days, I remember how mad he was and anti allowing me to watch Pee-wee Herman. Pee-wee, of course, overcame it. He ended up being in movies like Blow with Johnny Depp. Ended up doing really well. He was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, for all of us vampires out there. Batman Returns, playing the Penguin's father, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Dr. Dolittle, as well as Murphy Brown, Ally McBeal, Everybody Loves Raymond, and many more. Apparently, in the early 70s, he also received a ticket or something for loitering, and in 1983, he had a possession of marijuana charge. So very minor things that he was in trouble for. The movie theater thing was indecent exposure, but I guess he'd been undergoing quite a long battle with cancer and ultimately died from a stroke. But I'll always remember the fond memories of him. I used to love watching his movies and his TV shows. So sorry to hear about that. Goodbye, everybody, for today.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not